Luak magiberi gulu siti gomora ko kom loreg mara nyoy me kabere man piene ko tima poli kom geni kom romi mo magen gikero ijame magen giteka chat na ikabero man wabikele eni kimukene mapol eyup milorange mojin.
At least the one thing for now we can all agree on is the soap to use. He likes that it's big and lasts long.
Anti-economy.
I like that it keeps my skin smooth. Ate Alina Echovu. And the children like that. It smells amazing. Everyone is happy. Movit soap comes in 4 fantastic flavors. Movit family soap is truly soap for the whole family.
Movit. All day confidence.
Dul pamon maloyete dul me Mothers Union gujaho rayo limege doat burupa nyira mekonyo guakolotino igangwan.
Watiki yu Machalo province, Mothers Union province of Church of Uganda. Ni wabet ki hostel madit.
Kimoro kore kom lorek moko kwon igulu siti ni gitika timo time kuoy widiro ikom wel mora nyugi.
Chaka mahali wali kata pawi ya dek. Dema pero nengo pawi ya dek. Chao kiboli chok matengo penyo.
Kadong President Yoweri Museveni ochiego lobo Africa medjoko wagolok mamiyo lim pitim aranyi.
Money laundering and financial terrorism and proliferation are weapons of mass destruction.
Amori matek tin chiadek nildwe ario mejemi angwen imwara alibere pirwa beach ania Sunday Akumu ajoli kaneno yup milorange mochwiny e Wan Luo television. Indul paloye magitite province me Mothers Union gitika yup me katole me get ne kachel me gedo arbor panyira machalo ya chel me gwakalotino kwani komko marajo ikar manufur gitigang kwani ikar malega manipo ikom mego maliam ki gulu district dulman gutiero yup me rayo chente me gedo ar makero me kolotina nyira matino mapole chara kwani kabero mbuma patki komalu me Uganda atirane yung Kampala. One report ikom Lokman Kibola George pa Wan Luo TV man Ismail Jacob Jones.
Dulpa Mothers Union magitie province me kombala me Uganda gitie kigan matek tutan ni kachenen gigero hostel man chubo konya matek lutina nyera magi aki kombala me Uganda me chiara kwan e kabere mugo matie Kampala. Caroline Chick matila le kopro student pi Mothers Union e kombala me Uganda wajani gitie kigan ni tijubu chakachot kachenen girayo chente ramom.
Watiki yu Machalo province, Mothers Union province of Church of Uganda. Ni wabet ki hostel madit. Mabi malutiano gibi beriye. Wan monye Kampala schools ti maduong. Ente kum schools maduonge hostels beti mapol. Mamo kene pa wangeo te gurige, mo kene fony me yeno perwate. Ente Machalo Mothers Union ma wan wati passionate lokom lutiano. Wano ni waket hostel betie ma wan wakero lok paloba bero machalo guri hostel no ni wajul lutieno
En wajane kachenen kijupo hostel man chupo konyo gi matek tutan me fonyo lutina nyer me bero kingej lok me kwa mabe ikara me kwan game
a jog dong tika wat ko beri cha en madon wan wallo ni wajugo chente olo mabebe towards hostel ma wangeni do ma bero wabi timo the ground breaking. Mothers Union gemo kana ma watimo ana school ministry mano wachero waloko kiloteno areas mapapat ikinati ye lokom wat kit me bero ki wat mabe ni chake ki pachin yo wai gangkwan wai community ma wan wabedi ye chi uwero neno ma wan wakati kereni wabed ki hostel obi konyo wa machalo mege me gudu ko paloteno wa me lokilo teno wa ki me julugi wa gudong mabe imapa Kristo
ikar me kwero ni pa maliam mau teme ke Julu Primary School ipatero sub county Gulu district kitiara tie bene yup me rayo chente man ki ngwej man kono ngat mau tiero ubedom John Charles Udu Kame mau bedo bishop machon me Lion Diocese.
All go to the basket and
Bishop Udu Kami ujiyo chwin lu ye ne umier gen ku kati ka chwako ko yup man.
Wano siye kilotino anyira makaro kene wor kwano Kampala Makerere University ki university za papata meti kununu Kiambo gi and so on pe kununu dong hostel magerni bino konyo tino wa ama bino wot kwan kununu dong yon kwani mi wono gino tuch matwere mewe he was supporting gerni Manua will managed by Christian and Unity Mothers Union. Binu konyo, you know why even to keep their morals. Mene ni gipi unahata, eka tu bale kunuka uruka kwenye. Domi wano koni, wano chako, gina yiti ke binu miyo.
En beno legi wilo chumi bie, ki dharma gen gitike mire me chung. I koma pat, magu ake gulo, amoro, agago, Kiomoro district.
It's not wrong to aspire to serve the people. Luomu luome teach pidano. Ilwa. Luano pa ni lega wai kilega wan biruko ni ma yere ki ma choke mona besho me binu tell luani you are bad. The motto for this country tini pio bam in the lower run. You know whatever we do we should put God before us in everything. And in all we do, and even the decision we make, the laws we make, must seek to bring honor and glory to God and promote God and godliness. Because in case they work, if there's anything you can still do in your own capacity, you are still serving the same people. Do it. Whether you're gone or not gone. Continue to advise, continue to build the people, continue to support the people, continue to glorify God in your service because it is rewarding. So we'll humble ourselves and pray.
Ikarame yupman, luye mia kimia, mago aki archdiaconarisma pat, Mateo Moro, Gulu Amoro, Noya, Kacherki Gulu City, Guberutie Yem, Ismail Jacob Jones, Wan Luo Television, Igulu District.
Elwak magiberi Igulu City gumoro kore kom timme ko iwidira matibolo rek moko kon man moka nyogi magiteka timone kom dano etwale magicharo moka nyogi manake yugen nyudul maka yugen man moka nyogi makareki Igulu City ikin kabiro mokene gen wani mono jo ene gipiro moka matima raju endo ni kom gaven ke choini mono wile tila mal dok no rome timal totwale wako bene wile beru la mal totwale ikit magen wile kwere lo wile cham kidong bene lo wile moka nyogi man onga ni Igulu City ko wani mono pira tekne man ke gok rom jami ma opor ko elme gechar ke bene roma no go yot kom padano lok mano kati kar manywa ko lok ke kom makit me yopo yo kom chato jama pol magiti ka berman atika ne jami achama wanen kom lok man matut kibo David Magere eno biltika choke mauti me Igulu City.
Luak mai Igulu City magen gitie customer nyolo wel mora nyogi dore kin gitie juma gimia nyogi char nyogi bod lurek moro gitie gikore kum lurek moro nyodun mapapad magen gitiuti merega nyogi medoro moro ne gen gitie katimo tim mekwe wedero ikum mora nyogi magen gicharo bod luak gen gikok ni joni kar mokene gen gi branding nyogi cho nying moro mano padingo mano gen go piri ay kaver nyogi meno kibene kamukene kid me char moko weleti la mal mukar kakare kibene no mo magiti ka char ne pe pore nyu tirwa ma ping kon no gen gu ngab wele makaru la ju wako sam utim ti dano me Igulu City kono waju kitma lurek moko gitie ka kwalo kere luak ki widiero
Kampala tele woge mo mali mu district kai ñu ya choli ngom gene mo di tamale gi omo kicha Kampala epo mo magi yiwo mo makai mabiti standard yoni chuma mabol mo tikia bole pale mo chuma de kai wani gire ya good teaching so you don't pay may know any native and yet no well masika charne okay for example we can pass the charge of ero kind of charge rio and when a chair and the charmo man and you go man to locally So me that one will come for two, Chama Mogo Tia Yogi Mogo, Yomo, Petit Pavello, or a little bit Ungo, Malo, Midway Jammy, Mando, Pelo Pao, Ipomwa in the New York.
Inonil dana chel me Gulu City kon ma enti la cham nyola wel moho anyogi kono moho lokman ikom kitba kuy we der man te katime kweren
am ko ma che ko ma gen ma chal ga men de girom ko yori ni pemi wanao ko chuma pol inone jo kan ma giyo ma be giyo no tigi wanda cha wili cha ka ni che no ne ki cha ki choli ki apa yene che we ma ero che c'è una buona che school che non ma che la buona che gamma che potevo via ma che può anche qua
inge winyi lokmenu kono Gadson Asime ngatma Tubon Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries kono miyo tame malupe kit lokman kon lego lokmen mi dor wo lokman bod lo loj me ya gud ma megi no Gulu City menene jo man makoni gitika miyo mok mano perwate kit mano chek me yot kom mero kwereni wegi genti ji wo
I think this should be reported where possible. It is against the law that someone should be using a taproot that is already registered with someone else, and this one also takes it. It is against the law.
Willow, Kicha, Kikamba, Yin Company, Mapa, Chippy, Yamma, Yellow, Kitchen, Chippy.
You quite aware the way it is not matching, those things can be reported.
Karwame Paki Gimet, the joy me report to Pelacame will
Kadi bet kit mer ko en bero mo ni luak ben magen ki chamu mo kanyogi ki tikit wer me mo tambi me wel ka mu kene
Then make a decision to try something else.
Machala will be my year. Work come on no.
You take your fellow friends that one is a cheater.
God do the worldwide, you can't charge I will go. Where can go on and get the child who may have done what you can check and don't worry.
Inoni polkari dulma gilwoni Uganda National Bureau of Standards guberu kanywako tam kilut lurega nyogi me Gulu City ka ber mapapa di kom kit me il wako kergi e kom mok magen magi charo bolwak wek lwak ku bedgi kare me chamo gin marwate gi yot kom gi gen kono tieni jo man kono bi winyu lokman dok gi bikela loga kit ma mete kwere loga ngea i Wan Luo TV David Magere i Gulu City.
Loloch Maya Moro District Gule or lega dini Katolika Malay metikili magengiti kwere mantie magengi chokoni mechoye ngompa gai kwan wing magiti kwere enite dini Katolika or lega Katolika Malay ngitiki gai kwan gen Pierre deka bichele kum gai kwan Pierre bitachel makite district man ento pole foot pia kichoye ngomgi yu we hotel timapol ikum lar ngompa gai kwan ite dini Katolika report man wabineno kibot Robert Jokmone enolo kilo telame or lega Katolika Dong Lutela Maya Moro District ikom yomi gwako ngompa gai kwan magitite otlega man medini Katolika.
Loloch Mia Moro District umiotam ki Archdiocese minene gi no warga mingom mamegi wek dwok ping lara ngom matika time kin school ki jirani murum gangkwan pakatoli. Amur District keken tiki schools marom Pierre Bijuachel man primary mai kumeno Pierre Bijuachel or lega Katolika yo yabo. Karmatika Loki Loloch Mi School Pakatoli Mati Amur District ki ya Loglum National Major Seminary ki Gulu City kan won kom mi Amuru Michael Akon wachi kiromoti kivut chene makirayo chalo tie od lega weknen kino warga mingom pagankwan makatolu yabo.
Can we sit down and orchestrate a plan of allowing my staff, the district staff surveyor, district land officer, district land board, use this little money, not all, at least bit of it for 2 years. I calculated and broken it down for 2 years. I think I shared with all the 8 teachers. To allow all this land be titled. If we don't start it, we'll never get the money. The land will be eaten up by the community. At the end of it, any conflict in the school will also affect the learners. At the end of it, affect the performance. Will destabilize the peace of the teachers. that will not give effective learning, teaching to our children. And only a small thing of conflict.
Ikum karni ino la ten kwana chel chulu kiana liva dek miyo ali piera rio chalo foundation fee lobo level me kwan mate ye mwaga ki mwaga. Joyce Lanyero la dit malo fonye ya muru wa chika pe kiron tiki vut chen me foundation fee mi nene ki choyo ngom pa school.
Some of our schools, they are claiming land up to the veranda of the school. Some of our schools are on, we call it, they are sitting on a time bomb. Many of them. And as a district, we tried our level best. I am happy that with the land officer, we cleared one, especially with the strong support from our chairman. We were able to clear only one out of all the Catholic schools. And we are saying, prioritize church contributions for titling school land. And it is a foundation body. Why do we say so? When we failed to title land in 2016, government had given us 16.5 million, especially for Akumu to title school land. We had that gap.
Koni Uma, diocesan land officer me Gulach diocese, wachi pero me lim timate kirebedi, niang manok benetiekin, luloch mi gangkwan ki office mamege.
Ai, look ngom matie title me ngom. Ki waje ni. Peke layer we presenting ni. Foundation board we title ngom doctor. Petit chief mo can mo way foundation board we title ngom doctor. To go procedure mo gwa kwanya ene no petika kar. Ki waje ni kai biro title ngom ma ki foundation board iti ki ni foundation board ka do get ni institutions into bracket. For example, the registered trustees of Bulu Archdiocese into bracket St. Mary's College that you
Kitunchel Archbishop Migulu Umiotam Kilo Loch Migankwan Minene Gi Ker Ginumo Manena Tie Manyuru ni Gankwan Moni Tie Pa Odlega Katoli.
You know, it would be nice to have a signpost to show that, this is the honor. Maybe you can say Catholic Foundation School with the proper name of the school. And oftentimes the Catholic schools have patron saints. So we can always capitalize on that to identify ourselves. And within the structures, these are some of the requirements actually. I don't know how it is practiced. We have not moved to most of the schools yet. You need to have some signs like the cross in the classrooms or some key places, because our places are not anonymous. They must have some signs, simple cross that reminds us who we are, maybe the photo of the Pope, the Bishop, and so forth. Somebody even mentioned that schools, Catholic schools, must have patron saints. If you don't have, it will be high time to consider this. These are things which remain in the school to show externally who we are.
Wan Luo TV and Robert Mone Ki Gulu City.
Keo Moro District miyo tambo lufu mai kabiru man ki kabiru mo kene mai achul mai yero kweri mabejo ki bene neno kweri mene marwate me apiare kare mene weka ujo kachara ma lufu tika nengone kare mani ilo komfu ladit mane ilo komfu yo Moro District wani monopol kar lufu peke yero kweri marwate ki kare mene mergo perkede kodi weka yagikana peke no kaj mabub dok bene no chanda gi utono no ikomfu ikare mone enonim jonizani ujaga joni kili matut ikom ngiet me yero kodi ki bene yer kar marwate me pito kwa ikodi ma pat kono lupe ke kar ma kotchwe kere ma belo ipi kodi moni ikom alo melowo Uganda.
This first line Pepe. No better?
Machala fu ngayo kodi ma inabi pero pire tek bot in chake e kid me yo penny nyang ikoda ngo ma ina mero pieto ne e kar mene manuero kilego lufu mengeyo kuri magi cher ka wilone unyo me apiragi Ivan Wega la dit mador lok me fuyo mor district wajoni be ka chi lufu gungeyo kodi mene mayan miro pietone dok ni lufu beno miro gurwak wigi e pieto kodi man machon pa chuleni ni pien bie ko laga piny kum kane dok ma tek bod lufu
Chege na pera tek ya choki mi chako kwetu kodi mukene mo waneno bitini mi pete kodi mo mangaro mo yugo kene gika mo kidwati eni kodi nyogi o chako gi kuma nyogi mango machon either mawati kere gang o nyuma tika don kene kwe ilum ene gi kelo gi ero yeko gema bebeju gi kuma chel ka dong dugu kodi ma waneno tinini magoji kodi eni to improve inyotima pore pingo picture ikare ni bien wati kanana la pin an gina wa dano ko ma yot ene ti loka kech ni ma de angwen man ma pi gi tego ka wanana loka cham mi a chel cham umera betie tie ba cham mi wen umera betie kontano dano ti gi kero mi tiskere cha moiken
Deodata Adoi, Mati Regional Coordinator, kontiyu ki Equator Seat, uterne be kalufu gu beru itedul, weko konyogi ikidme nungu kodi beru yor.
One bene wa dealing like key groups. Like for example, payroll will kodi direct when you from Lucy and you from Gweji. Unchalo group, around bino kwe. Office board one chio wanya ni one group wa heni watiki lufu mati koma wa miro kodi marom koma chi one wa charo board direct board farmer groups manoti serious chi dong ma gikene chalo un groups so tikan chocho groups abicha biro ka no romo no demo gardens yeah, kau orang nunggu demo, like ngomong mati ma unwe orang mio, wachi wa kelo iru kodi ma megwa ini, chi unu wa piro kodi ini, endo no lufu la phone pa lufu, no tinero kid ma uno ti piro ki kodi ini.
Denis Ujok la funy pa lufu me labora sub county Yomoro district uchoko chwiny lufu ni omier go mete ke pieto kodi man machon pien politika ruenyo
kodi eti achoki mi kwa la bon kodi ki ngom wan duj mo wabedo akanya pe wabedo makwa sio mi amira chok chwiny lufu wani gien ma uno tika tiyo ne utika kupudok chwet paruba ya wabedo makwa Kenano ni kodi tie mi wabedo ki gam ni chama bimete makaro ne duju kodi mete kwaro wadong tika ruenyo sika wanero ye witable ken man ma aki tiju mi ni wagam ni waranyim wala tien ma fura ben waru jiro maja o ngey ki kodi e goli chumi an ya yo ma mera chok pinyu ni ara betit kedu kila wara na bangir gi betit kedu minna no ni walwenye kom jemi mu makoni be balafu o chara la pe
kadong nyero mak omony la fony fu me onyama sub county Igulu district ukatini lu fu mierguti ma tek neno ni aduki tijgi unen do nyako nyige
donc gen ma ana mero wacho ke groups era yene wa wero un lo ala ke ko malo lok malo tigno pol makaro chere no winyu down ken gang karo ken kabir mot karieno tien 11 nyoy mwa wa eni ka in puriti dago mo mai mire chere be kiri gangi kabir mot karieno tien no etika luongo ngo cha no etika luongo kech ne etika luongo pero nyama kabir mot karieno tien etika luongo tuan pero mo mapelar gangi iyo nyama lo Iguru district bien girmo ma ine be konyo ke dana bo bero mo perke
ngeu kodi mai miero pieto ne pire tek bol lufu do miero go be chok ki lufu nyen pa lufu weki kongi ikare man malufu gi miero chako fu me achel pi Wan Luo TV Johnny Sani uchaga chon
to be with us today community members around we are all invited I think so
Mon mai Kalaki district ichabit man kukwero ni pa mon ma meke yup ma kedio la chen ni kuno ni pa mon lo kuli kwen nda bor me jemi adek ento megio bela chen manok mon na pol ki tel go ber kalok ni mon gamento mir tel chok chigimali kom kelo ka chel mon kichowe ko ben maromo rama itimo jame duju me pajo MP pa mon me Kalaki district Jennifer Yu ayo bele wela war en wen mon kadibu no jema pol jemi lo ker pa mon fut ko dangage Omiero mon man amal pike ken gi wekenen ke jinyo ker mameki ikom jema gen gitimo Michael Onyi tilatich pa Wan Luo TV eno beruti yup mikoyani pa mon make dir la chen pimon gilotela gi gen Kalaki district tiko nyao Melogo Uganda.
Mon me district me Kalaki enada obedo ikwera me makere karachil kede chieng me mon bed baladi otime di karo okato di aika gi duchu udo bedo yotubo i town council ameda tie i district me Kalaki mon enotimo gigi dedede dikitimo were miel karachil kede da Wiro tiengi idier town me otuboi me nyuto ayo maich amakere karachel kede kwero chieng me mon. Jotel apapa to bedo tie eno pako apugan me NRM meneno be kero tuero me mon karachel kede meneno da be mon udo epone metelo kuo aber kanda kibedo ipiny me Uganda.
Bedo korom kedi chuo nyuto be abore ngolo gi ami chuo tie keda rob kede merara kwany mera mimi chuo. Gender equality otie yamo be oketu nu misani dio nenu nu isoma dio nenu nu tiche professions ababa dio nenu nu tie waipacho sa jo oto kedi kabuto olo nango miero be drum kede olo mi chuoda. Gurbe tamini ameini bini ko yambe pia nangi chuo, so we must do this. Share with the woman pia tie we kopo mi Bible dawe ya mobe dako be dakony. Okonyi no langos.
Papa kuma majobe imekuru nyombe rata kata dai ko pa ko mero ko yo yere kede jama papa keno amiyo jole ame tro nyombe redo. We kuno ko pa ko mero ko nyomero nyombe kuma Pode soka pecho le bino como konyo.
Como web. Ena kami to bamuli. Bien a web. Government o me wa project ma web. O mi o mara. Doli o tie tu akosete. Ena mi o mona pat. Le atoro uda web. Bien le abono tu akosete. Sete do nan le abino ministry. Sete tiko mwa. O timo lumber. Inge obi kamo sete ma web. Konya iduak sete web mona pada wuni.
Mono jalo kanchil ame kwa ki jame gite ko chati chego jame diko dok pa to kabero me yere ke jame iyo mo yo bulike bagilo ena demli atimo jame grow li obedo program ame mako monde ne jame no ngeo nino ena rem ti ke programs me mon tota e winyu no web die BDM tie je bo grow da me mako jo ame romo udo manoda le ame monde ne miero di grow Aga mi to puona duong RDC biamo be. Owe kuno yamo jame sa de orwa kuno ye politi. PDM omina woda e yitu. Oyamo gome PDM o kelo pijo ota dekwe kanyangoni kom tola chiela tia pin. Le ame jo de.
Leba wayo. Leba pegi gonya. Na mera yo an pa biru piri an biru pimege na wegi na mege na otero na.
Michael Onyinge pi Wan Luo TV i Kalaki district.
A final report kibot Michael Onye. Ki West Nile utela palotian kwan makiti University kuno kurip kachen melok mapigi tego atira na ikomi yoli magamente miker gume kwan na palotian kwan mko tempen mabe ki kabiro moni ikomi University abiro tela mamigi waini mono pira tekni mon ke palotian kwan me kabiro man melguno gume kwan ki board gamente ento pedo bedki district quota system ken pieni palotian kwan mapol gitino ker mameno guno kwan me nono ento piene mono karma yalo tiyo kwan jumo ken pekino gumarom eni oweko gin me wesen gitika donga ng'et ilo komfonyi Roma malo man e Roma University. Watieki report maolil kibot Robert Adiga. Ludela palotian kwan megu ake University habien wapat magiti West Nile ko getini mono polotian Mike Berman ne peki chiero e kwan University manu gamente ye chulo pere ento kon manara kenige don ne woki yup me district water system mano peo norwateni. Alahai Mubarak Yahaya mati guild president me IU Jamaiya Rua Ben Karman won kompa dun me West Nile University Guild Forum owani mono dan mapol ti kengu me kwanon magamente chulo pire atirna pilotion kwan makiti West Nile dawo mer kichimi gen mo me chulo bu man wekache gen gemeti kiti kachel o hagicha dul pilotion kwan University weng magiti West Nile.
Yahaya, the guild president IU right now elected as the forum chairperson for the West Nile University Forum. The reason why we have come to form this forum is that to see all the universities in West Nile are united. We have one umbrella and we do things as one. We have seen the challenges that there's a challenge the youths are facing in various universities, especially the girl child education system. We have seen that so many girls from the primary, the enrollment is so high. But when it comes to secondary school, you find the number is dropping. And when it comes to university, you find only a few ladies who have access to the universities. And you have seen this opportunity. We have thought that having that umbrella called West Nile Universities Forum will provide a platform for all the universities in West Nile. We have around 7 universities in West Nile. We have IU Arua campus, we have Mune University, we have Bugema University, we have Mobs University, we have Nile University, we have Timu University, we have UCU up to Pakwachi. All these universities, we thought that we need to have one umbrella, and that can give us access to opportunities. We have seen there's some kind of scholarships that are coming, but as people of West Nile, the national merits are not given to us, the people of West Nile. And we as the student leaders, as the guild presidents of all the West Nile region, we thought that to provide for us access to share out our grievances as the young people of West Nile. And we think that forming this forum will provide for the platform. This is not a platform that's
again machal keman beneluna nyoka matila konko president membo Bugema University Jamaiya Rua owani mondo ten kona polo tola nyate we wako kwani kuyo kelok ni mono kerge pere me chulo kwan kundan mapol ginena wai awobe dak pigi tego kache odok kelok me chulo kwan.
My colleague has elaborated more about girl child education, the rate of girl child tending to decrease mostly when students approach higher levels of education. One of the strategies that I personally will have to come up with is when you look at most of look at most of the things affecting ladies, one of the things I can talk about is the boy child. You find out that most of these NGOs that come in, they mainly concentrate and elaborate more on girl child, neglecting the boy child, not knowing that neglecting the boy child is one of the biggest effects that will cause the dropout of ladies in school.
Wilson Chandiga mati guild president Muni University okor materni monotian kwan manok makiti West Nile gichera University ni woke kwan magamenta yichuro pire dog ben lotian kwan ma ake West Nile kikoma yigiti nongo chul man manok to twal ka ben lotel makiti manok to twal kade we dul me forum man dog mit ni mon ke il ker lotian kwan yake gai kwan senior weke yub gen ikom yer ngom gibo kwan University kidong bene donyo University manati West Nile.
My name is Chandiga Wilson and I'm the guild president of Moon University. Yes, it is true. Most of our students from within West Nile, they prefer to go to other universities in northern or central Uganda or even western part of Uganda, leaving our own universities here. Not because our own universities are producing poor people, but basically because of the attitude, I would say, because they believe universities like Makerere University and say maybe Mbarara University are the best for studying science, not knowing we have university in West Nile that can actually also give them the same knowledge rather than traveling, using a lot of money to go very far. Now, as West Nile guild leaders, we came together to form this forum. We thought we could use it in such a way also to add value to our universities, whereby we are going to put interest on our students by going to secondary schools, motivating them and talking good about the universities within West Nile.
Rasul Adidi latela pabulu maiti West Nile wani mon kamente omiyo an kid maketo dun makiluni mono affirmative action menege konyo dano magiti West Nile wakuno ngume kwani university kabeni we kaberi mono dong romi kaberi mukene matilo bu Uganda pieni karman West Nile gineno chalo doangej.
I believe for West Nile to grow, there are two things that we should consider that can make us to equalize with some of the sub-regions or regions. That is education and also aspects of financial assistance. Now with education, typically we can see that these guild councils are trying to see how they can be in person to implement impactful activities across the universities. But the challenge has remained during my interaction that they don't have any sustainable means of getting resources that can make them to implement very impactful activities across these universities. And when you look at our region, one of the challenges that we have been facing and the issues that we have been grappling with is challenges related to linkage to better educational services. We appreciate that these universities have decentralized university services back in this sub-region, which is West Nile. We appreciate that, but still these learners, these students are facing challenges when it comes to equity in terms of allocating slots for students who are taking under national merit. Most of our young children, most of our students, most of our young people in West Nile are not given that opportunity. Therefore, for me as being an individual, we appreciate that by the grace of God, we have a minister for primary education that comes from West Nile.
Dan Rashad Matika matitipitotuna we Dean of Students me IU jama yarua wani mondo tela magi timo gen maber mero kuchung kachiel go wuok bene yoati weke nene grepe kelo tela me gai kwa university magi duju kanonge kat gamente liero wek adoki paripe man onen mati.
Their students with, and therefore this one as a dean or a focal person, as a focal person at a rural campus, I therefore see that one as a positive move, and I encourage it so much that all the incoming student leaders should join that platform and then share their views across different universities to come up with a way forward to see that student activities across the region go on well. We had challenges recently. We had issues with strikes in high schools, and as university we had a platform. In fact, we call it Ramadan Convention. That program brought in all the stakeholders, including the head teachers and students leaders from all these academic institutions, to help and then see how we can live in a strike-free environment which is harmonious for the growth of the students and their career as they progress. So I really very much encourage this move, and this one, in fact, they should involve more stakeholders, not only at campus level, even the government, because some of these institutions are government-led, and they can involve the government to see that such moves, they continue, and the students' welfare is well catered for. And I think with that I come to
Wan Luo television ki ya Ruwa City, Robert Adiga. La dela lobo Uganda man President Yoweri Museveni ochiero matek lobo del chon me weko loko mchuro timaranyi piano wani mono balo kuch dok bene kelo buora matek ikom lobo del chon lok mego kati kun ngat mo kwana yobedo Prime Minister man Robin Anavanja iyub me piar ngwen abongwen makiloni mono Eastern and Southern Africa Anti-Money Laundering Group Conference batika timeti ni Kampala kany Fred Kajubi obedo teka mgachoka man kayari ya tini chiadek kama en mikorobi na berie kono kalok mikawang President Yoweri Museveni yaro tie kachoke mana pirte kotole menen kiribo wat mabe kiben kelweni kum timran kinong bene nywaro lim kiben kwaro lim man ilobo del cholo lupi ko nyao kachil kikoporo cheng miwilobo Ngilo dire madam waki ilobe piara rio weachel maya konyao kidong kopiny mek lobo del jol mirgiti menyamo yoma giti kwen melweni kom timi miyo limpi time bal kidong timarani e Afrika. Museveni wan mono Afrika ruonyo chilling madit man chilling trillion mia dek pirwa bich mechende me Uganda maweng tiye billion dollar pier bor mwake mwaka pilo komkwalo jami wiyali me karke gilobo man kibene man politiye itim mogo madano timi yome timarani kibene nongolim iyoma popore. Eno wani mono dul maorepe man pilo magiti kunyao kedong ko ping mewilobo omergo tika chel mechobo pako ma Afrika keme kwere kena timaranyi chalo wai kibo dul me Al-Shabaab kidong dul me ISIS.
Money laundering and financial terrorism and proliferation are weapons of mass destruction and are not mere crimes. They pose direct threats to our national security, economic stability, and development.
Mapat kimeno President Yoweri Museveni wan mankaramodit kachil me joko timi lwet kijami ya chare wiyali me kare kwede wancho kidong bene joko timrani matike lokono per mapol dok kache dong kijwayo gien wako bokelo bene gumbolo nyalo ni mebien mapol kaketo lima meki e Afrika.
And if left unchecked, these illicit activities have the potential to undermine trust in financial systems, discourage investment, and support criminal networks that destabilize our societies. Recent reports indicate that Africa is annually losing resources in billions of dollars due to illicit financial flows, mainly through organized crime, corruption, and tax evasion. The Eastern and Southern African region faces threats from several terrorist groups, including Al-Shabaab and Islamic State. Experience has proven that it is increasingly difficult for states to fight financial crimes on their own, except by working together. Therefore, as a community in the region and beyond, we need to remain resolute in working together to secure the integrity of the global financial system.
Minister Matiri Pilokumlim Uganda Henry Musasizi o nyoro kono jima pol ma Uganda timo ilweni kom tim kwalo chente yibene wot kilimi wiyali ikine tiye katki chik wanyen kibene neno kitmelupo ko limana ti wek beki bet kamete kwere.
Effective in 2024 recognized our satisfactory implementation of all deficiencies in our anti-money laundering, combating financing of terrorism, legal, regulatory, and operational regime, and removed Uganda from the grey list of countries under increased monitoring, commonly referred to as the grey list.
Permanent Secretary Gankan Melim Ramadan Ngobi owani monotike luor matek kojwale kumede malo parwo metimo balu woke miyolim mapol kare tika balu wakatut palo meti kachel dagomir Afrika ochung kachel mechobo perman.
The misuse of emerging technologies, cross-border nature of illicit financial flows, and the lingering vulnerabilities within our frameworks for anti-money laundering as well as the combating financing of terrorism and proliferation, they all call for a more unified, strategic, and adaptive response.
Samuel Were Wandera radit maloyo dul me Financial Intelligence Authority omawana mga tika tikilok mande gen mapera terwa kicho pero maketman pedong kineni kidokwira ng'ich.
The government of Uganda remains firmly committed to the fight against financial crimes as evidenced in the strong legal, regulatory, and institutional framework put in place to ensure the integrity and stability of our financial system.
Kajoke man mocha ka Uganda eniende piru wabor midima adek obetum eniendo ang'wen midimi ang'wen tikatime ke speak resort munyonyo I Kampala. Pe Wan Luo Television, Fred Kajubi. Elawang'eya mamago biachara chalo yo achiel mijing'o kero pamon kilo tedero gichako neno kit mekelo kachiel moni dul weko bere dul mebole chup kono giten ko gin kilima wapat dok ben gitika timni ka ben mapoli Amoro district atira ne group amon magiti pabo atiako par kidong pogo man sub county madom magiti Amoro district onen kong report magibiero doge ikom lokang'eya biachara iyup milokang'eya mochuny wenkan ki Wan Luo Television.
Luak kilo tedero me Amoro district kono go choko chuny luwod gi me donyo I dul matino tino machalo dul me gwoko chente magiluoni bol ni chop ki yo mokene me gwoko lim wegol olo to okony gi kit me don lim ma ijaba gi malobe ki lok pa joma gi kono gen gi wajni kwoti matek to twali kum kare man mapeti ng'at mo maromo yenyo nyo penyo banya nyo penyo chente mo wek ki konye kwere ento karo ka chie dano tigu idul pire beru tek to twalni kit me konyo peo gi beru yot. David Okera tie ng'at madoro wi dul magi gwoko chente ilu palo kere parish mati ya tiak sub county kono yaro kit magin gwoko lim giti ka wot kwere
chaka magale wari ka pawi ate de ma bero ne ko pawi ate ka chao ki bol ni chok mateno penyo bolo chaka le chiel chero wai ker mai ni to yaro no ne idong bebe do bolo chili mia bija bija an ka watika gonya chupe bebe pa wadwa ko yiri ben konyo wa kimna na pa ka mapili tu bolo ta tu ko makala memba mi o konyo pa ka makwa ka bolo te ko ja wa wuri wa luwa siwa chero wa na yaro ki kere wa ki kenyo ke wa cha ko mete maluwe ki ribe mawati ribe mabe chao kwanyo bebe do kimbia beach chwala ya liba chera che ka kenyo ene kambo cha
kudong bolo ne ga ka liba che
bolo ne cha ka mara liba chera chero kere do mo million pa ke ro no
kit meno kono santa la ke la tedero me pogo sub county ya Amoro district kono terni entity dul matika konye mabe mada
Abel group wa luole changano wit changano
Kanya ngoma inti no re beri group akume.
Ano kan mo ko. Onye yo mi sir school. Onye yo mi no nga weng beri group. La kala ti bo mo ko. Ti kenje mo kan para mo ete ti group wa no.
Ndani group wa ne.
Changano wit.
Ya metonye.
Adanya makali bare yo ga pa wi ase.
Mapemiro timeno macholi.
Inoni MP pamon me Amoro district man Lucy akelo kono o chako kiluo man doko yaro kit gin magiti ka timone metielo ko dane tedere lok megwa ko lim.
This is a group that we gave not more than 100,000. They were able to multiply their money. Right now as I speak, they have bought their own chairs, 100 chairs. They are now giving out for hiring, and they are still giving out money to other people. They have over 4 million in their box or in their saving. There's another group in Kilak South. We just recently gave them 100,000. They were able to save
and multiply this money, as we speak now, they have 3.7 million. I thought it was a lie. But we went and checked their book. The way they are getting the money is very impressive.
Okera kono beno ya ngo magwako limo timo bodgi mai kom kare mando ngitika ile iyo metimo biashara.
Chao welo komi ma pa. Welo komi ma woni mi abiki wiye. Wa a kikenyo ko be cha mo lo ni. Wotika gedo on mai kwa.
Lorange ikom biashara i Wan Luo TV David Magere.
Keperu kachel. No ke ba group mana tu tanone maparki lok makemu dulumu benefit mangara chira no
Foch madit penen report men kiweng mukati tini yup melowange mo chwinyi Ania Sunday Akumu o ya giki pe yup man afoyo neno Wan Luo TV.